Hello, Grandma DC here. And guys, we're going to check up on Helen. Believe it or not, it's been 12 days now, 12 or 13 days, and she's still alive. And you may see right here a strawberry cheesecake. Oh yes, and it's keto for the most part. No, I didn't show me fixing it because I had been so out of practice cooking that everything I was touching was turning out garbage, but I think we're back on. I've been practicing. I practiced making some zero carb bread, which has come out really close, and I'm working on that one. I think we're nearer than I was. And yes, I still do it with the pork rinds. I just think that seems to work the best for me as far as taste goes. And I've tried them all, the fathead, the cloud, everything. And I just like my recipe best. Who could beat it? And I am going to show that to you guys, especially the ones that have never seen it before. So when I get it perfected, we'll do that. This right here, I made a crust out of almonds, unsweetened coconut, and a little sucralose sweetener. That's my choice. I put it in the blender and blended it up together. Poured in, let's see, it was a cup of coconut, a cup of almonds. I ground it up, and then I put a half a cup of coconut oil in it with sucralose to taste. About a half teaspoon. I have the really strong sucralose. And then I patted that crust out, which was kind of oily because of the coconut oil, the good fats. And I put it in the freezer. And in the meantime, I took 2 blocks of cream cheese, a carton of a pint of heavy whipping cream, and I put it in my food processor with the 2 8-ounce chunks of the cream cheese. And I hit that on the blender, and then I poured in a little bit more unsweetened coconut and some more sucralose. Blended that all up until it was smooth. Stuck it in my pan, form pan, on top of the crust. The crust was in the freezer in the pan, and then I stuck the cream cheese mixture on top of it. And then the strawberry mixture, which hasn't frozen yet. And I see it's dripping off here, and you know what that means. That means I gotta... So strawberries are a fruit that you can kind of eat on keto. And I mixed up, I bought some beautiful strawberries the other day, and I cooked them on the stove. I cut them up, mashed them, cooked them, brought them to a simmer. I put half a stick of butter, real butter in with them, and a tablespoon and a half of chia seeds. It was just one of those cartons of strawberries like are in the store right now. And the chia seeds thickened it up, and a little sucralose for sweetener. And I was calling it strawberry butter. I decided to put it on top of my cheesecake. And then I put the last 4 strawberries I had on top. I mean, it's a fantastic kind of fat bomb thing. And I'm going to put it back in the freezer. And that's how we're going to keep it. Although my son was wanting a piece. I think we'll cut a piece for him. There we go. You got to use the point to get through it. That's the point. So while I'm hacking away at this, you might be saying, but Grandma, why have you not vlogged in the last couple of days? Well, there is a good reason. That's because I went out to the store. The first piece is always the hardest, isn't it? Woo! I think I will freeze that back before I get me a piece. I wonder what he's going to think about this. It's delicious. Hold on. Let's see how he reacts. Eli.
Yeah.
I brought you a piece of my cheesecake. I wanted you to see what you thought of it.
Oh, it looks a little runny.
It is. I haven't put it back in the freezer yet. It's got a nice crispy crust. The crust was frozen. Have a bite and tell me what you think. This is no sugar. Well,
Pretty good.
pretty good. That's high praise. Well, high praise from my son when he says, it's okay. And yeah, I came back in here with it. It's hot tonight. I have a new air conditioner in my room that Mom got for me. And Pam put it in for me. Thank you again, Pam. You're a lifesaver. But there's no air conditioner in the kitchen, and it's nighttime, but it's still hot. So I came back in here and decided he's right. I would rather have my piece frozen. I want it more solid. and I put the cat back around it because, you know, you'd all seen it already, and went to pick it up and I dropped it on the ground. Angus is cleaning up what's left of what I couldn't get cleaned up. Alright, you know why things are going wrong? I was just about to tell you why I hadn't vlogged. Let me show you why. Don't know if I can do this, guys. See this? This, my friends, is a broken toe. First broken bone I've ever had in my life. 60 years old, never had a broken bone. Took a header off the top of the basement stairs here a while back. Didn't break anything, got a bruise. My neighbor, he fell off his front steps. He broke his arm. Let me show you what broke my toe. That, a propane tank, because that's how I get hot water for my shower. And I got to Dollar General and I opened up the back of my van and that son of a gun fell out onto my toe. The pain was indescribable. I am proud of myself. The little girl that was there with me went, oh, and I was like, so much pain. It went beyond my threshold into numbness, and I really thought my toe was floating around somewhere in my shoe. I didn't even look until I got home. I was too scared to. And then I went to the doctor's. I spent 5 hours in the emergency room because there were totally other emergencies that were more important. And I understood that. They kept saying, oh, thank you for being so patient. And I'm like, there was no one there when I got there, but 3 ambulances showed up, 3 infants, and a lady that was having trouble breathing, and some others. And I'm like, yeah, toe, not important. And the only reason I went was I was afraid it was going to get infected because it's a bad toe. And the nail is turning all funny colors. So, yeah, the doctor, when he came back, he was like, ooh, he says, there's so many blood vessels broken and so many bones shattered. You need to go see an osteopath. And I was like, yeah, I don't know one. So he gave me the name, but then I have to contact my beloved doctor, we all know I don't trust, on Whiteman Air Force Base. And so I called up and the woman's like, you know it's Friday. And I said, yeah, I know. I was supposed to follow up because I had my, toe crushed. And she's like, well, they'll try to call you back, but it'll probably be next week. And I said, I've no doubt it'll be probably maybe next month even. I just wanted her to know I crushed my toe. There's nothing you can do for a toe, people. Nothing. But I probably will have to have the nail removed when it gets putrid. There, I said it. So I'm hopping and limping around. They gave me crutches and I'm like, I can't use them. I've never used crutches before. I'm more likely to fall down with the crutches. So I'm just limping around. I'm doing okay. Don't worry about me. I'm pretty tough. I'm like my mother. I'll just walk it off. But I told you I was getting back to keto. And this was my first day on keto. I did my full first day where I had gone no carbs. And I got out of my car and that happened, and all I wanted as I was driving back from the emergency room at 3 a.m., all I wanted was a chocolate bar. Something sweet. Oh my gosh. I stopped and got a diet soda. That assuaged me. My son griped at me about that. He wants me to quit drinking diet soda altogether. And so I was like, something wants me not to keto. The world is telling me not to keto. It wants me to eat good stuff, tasty things. Chocolate will make me feel better. It'll make my toe quit hurting. Well, they had given me a shot, which helped. And then they gave me a pill and told me not to take it till I got home since I drove myself. And I had about a 30-minute drive. I was like, be okay. It was just a Norco. It didn't do nothing really to me or the pain. I took more ibuprofen. And I got up this morning and I said, I'm going to go get these other pain pills because it feels like an ice pick being stabbed in my toe. I went down to Walmart and I got out with my crutches, And then I realized I could just hang on to the cart and it would do better. And so I got me a cart and I looked down at my prescriptions and it was a script for 20 ibuprofens, 600 milligrams, and 1 Vicodin. 1 pill. And I'm like, Vicodins don't do nothing but put you to sleep. And I got ibuprofen in the house. I can just take 3 of them, and make 600 milligrams. So, ridiculous. What a waste of time. It was like, so I didn't even bother to fill them. Why pay the money? I spent $1.85 and I got another bottle of ibuprofen because I'm taking them 4 at a time. The world, I tell you. So, you wanted to know, well, it's dark in there right now. Oh, I'll get my flashlight. That'll work for you. Helen. Is Helen the chicken who got so horribly attacked and disfigured 12 days ago? She's living in my pantry. I'm going to get my super duper wazoo, I've never shown you yet, flashlight that is rechargeable. I love this thing. I'll show it to you outside in a little bit. It is the brightest thing on earth. I love it because I never find batteries and it's rechargeable. All right, let's look. Helen, how's my sweetie pie? Isn't this awful? You can actually see her backbone. Oh my gosh, look away. Look away. Helen, sweetie pie, how you doing, doll? She says, I'm okay. You got me some food? She's eating and drinking. And here's the peepers. We don't need any extra light on them. All 11 of them, still growing. Did you guys drink all your water already? Oh my goodness, you almost went through all that food. Well, Grandma's gonna have to get you some more. So here's a picture of my backyard at night. There's a picture of the beautiful moon. It's almost full. And this is my new flashlight. Whoa! Cuts through the night like a beam. Isn't that the funnest? I can even see the electric pole out there. That is something, I tell you. I love this flashlight. I can even see the chickens roosting in the hen house. I can check on them from here. That's awesome. Hi, girls! While we were cleaning, I found one of those screens that you tape over and that has really helped with the moth problem. Mothman can't get in here now. Well, it has certainly helped with the fly problem too, and the dogs go in and out underneath it, and except for the fact that the freezer is made out of metal, I discovered and should have known. Every time the dogs go in and out, sometimes it sticks to the side of the freezer. Oh well, no biggie deal. So, I've been watching some keto, a little chat for a moment. I have been watching some keto channels, because I used to do the channel myself. 4 years ago I started doing it. Do you realize 4 years I've been doing this? And I started off as Keto Insanity. Now I'm just Grandma's Insanity. But I started off as Keto Insanity, and I was really interested in that diet. I've done, if you've never tuned in to me before, you will find out I've done every single diet that's ever been invented. Well, maybe not all of them. But everything from Stillman's water to Dr. McDougall. Hallelujah. I thought I had found nirvana when I found the total carb diet. Oh my goodness, it was awesome. I gained weight like crazy. It was amazing though. Loved the potatoes. And so anyway, I finally went to Atkins, gastric bypass, you name it, I've done it. And so finally, keto is the one that makes me feel the best. And the only thing I don't like about keto, hello Dr. Berg, I love you. He keeps inviting me to things and I'm like, just not a joiner, sweetheart, just not a joiner. But I woke up, I've been listening to those hypnosis tapes at night. Say, you want to lose weight, you want to eat healthy, you want to, and I was like, yeah, sure. Well, maybe it's helping, who knows. I still like the soothing voices, so I do put those on at night when I sleep. But I woke up one morning and they had kicked off and Dr. Berg was on, and I thought it's a sign. So I've gone back, and to get my mojo back, my keto mojo, to have the nerve to try to lose some of this weight. Also, my blood pressure was really high. That was scary. I've never seen it that high. It's like 146/96. They never said a thing to me about it. I'm thinking, my God, I'm going to die. I think it was because of the pain. But anyway, Dr. Berg was on, and he was just talking so sensibly, and he was talking about dieting and body types, and he was talking about ridges in your fingernail being a thyroid problem. Well, I have very ridgy fingernails. I always have. The ridges run this way. And I'm like, my goodness, that makes sense. Maybe I have thyroid trouble. My doctor won't check it. And even if she does check, she says everything's fine. So, you know, it's like nothing's going to happen there. But I don't want to blame my weight on that, because I have been this way my whole life. And I'm pretty healthy. I get over things really quick. This toe will heal up faster than fast. I know that. And I just took it as a sign. Dr. Berg was encouraging me to go back on the keto diet. Why else would he come on after my hypnosis, you know? And I was watching people then. I started watching new keto people that have come on since I was doing it. Highfalutin Carbs, Keto Connect, those guys were doing it when I was doing it also, but now they have really jacked it up a notch. Oh wow, and there's some new people out there too. And I'm like, the things they're coming up with, wow, way beyond my imagination, my thought processes. But there was one guy doing a wonderful loaf of keto bread in a bread machine, and it was wonderful, and I was really excited until I figured up the carbs, and this is pretty carby bread. So, nice try though, dude. It was lower than your average bread though. I will give you that. So, but it was beautiful. What a beautiful loaf. I am working on it. And so tomorrow I think I will be doing some, I've been freezing buns, because when you first start out, I have to have a sandwich. And then that lettuce and I had my first salad today with the kale and the spinach and all that. I still hate salads, guys. And Dr. Berg says I have to suck it up, buttercup, and eat that butternut lettuce, you know, and all of those leafy greens. Yes, I have put them in the blender and I blended them with things. Yes. I have tried sneaking them into sandwiches. Yes, I have tried sneaking them into stuff I cook. Yes, I have tried everything to get greens. I did see a wonderful recipe for a cabbage, like lasagna sort of layer type thing. I want to try to make that. If I do, I'll show you guys, but it's out there and it's a beauty. It's just, what am I going to do with all that? Well, I did do some prepping, so I guess if I do make a cabbage lasagna, I will have to put most of it in the freezer for later. Alright guys, that's about it that's going on. I was watching some of my friends' videos and catching up. I love you too, Dwayne. I just loved your last video talking about your life and yourself, and yes, you are interesting, and you are a human being. I love that about you, and so am I. And I like the rocking on the swing, because it made me feel like I was just sitting in someone's lap being rocked. It was awesome. So, and hi Mary, how you doing, Mare? So many people that I would like to thank who contact me and who donate to my homepage and my PayPal to keep me going. Blessings on all of you. Have a beautiful day, and keep encouraging me to stay on this keto diet, because typical, this is my actual 2.5 days. I'm coming to the end of my second day, and it's tough, guys. Getting started back again. Getting started is tough. Getting started back again is tough. And then when I busted my toe, it might have been a happy accident, because not only was that toenail funky to begin with, but thinking about that foot is keeping me from thinking about how awful I feel not having my pasta. It could be a happy accident. That's right. You know, it's kind of like punching you in the nose to make you forget your foot's hurting. Trouble is, now that my foot's hurting, I'm forgetting about pasta, so don't punch me in the nose. I love you all. Like, share, and subscribe to keep up with the insanity. And I will talk to you all later, and we'll be doing some, you know, I don't really cook, I just experiment, right? You're okay with that. Bye-bye.